children. So let there be love in your heart as you go out to vote tomorrow. Do not sell your vote. Vote who you know is worthy of your vote. I'm not going to tell you to vote for this or vote for that, no. But I will just tell you, vote who your heart chooses. Yes, that is what you should do tomorrow. Don't let anybody convince you. Don't let anyone convince you into who you don't want to vote for. Just vote. Go out there and vote. It's high time we vote. Even women, you know, I love this election. I tell you, I love this era because even market women, the market women that we look at in those days that they don't know anything that is happening, they are the one, even they are the one making the noise that people should go out there and vote. They are the one conversing people. So I love this election and I pray for a peaceful election. We all pray for a peaceful election. I believe this period tomorrow is going to be very peaceful. When the result is finally announced, it's going to be very, very peaceful, just like the one we had in 2015, where people were insinuating, different pastors were preaching that this will happen, this will happen, this will happen, this will happen, and we thank God, God proved himself. Of which I believe again tomorrow, God is going to prove himself. Let's just vote. The president was on live. He was live yesterday at 7 p.m. He was advising people. Even some people had to go about now and start saying some hate speech about that. Do not say hate speech. And wherever you're going in this period, please tell a friend, I'm coming is not an address. That is one thing I want you to know this morning. I'm coming, I did come. I did come, I won't reach there. I'm coming, I want to get there. I want to go to that place. It's not an address. Let everybody know where you're going to. And again, I'm going to start with this top rumor. This rumor is everywhere. It's circulating. It's on WhatsApp. It's on Facebook. It's on IG. It's on Twitter. It's everywhere. This message is circulating. And I just got this message from 10 different people this morning. This message, let me just read it out to you, and I'm going to tell you, even the people at the top are aware of this message, and they've released a press release on it. But now let me go into the story first, in case you have it, so that you will know that this is what I'm talking about. You don't have to panic. Don't let anyone put that spirit of fear in you. You don't need it this season. No, you fear not. This is the message. They just informed us from State Command that there is going to be general raiding tomorrow and Friday night from 8 p.m. throughout Lagos State. So don't stay late at night outside. Please tell your loved ones. I'm going to tell you that this story is fake. Even in the group I belong to this morning, they sent a message and I told them, you people will say, please share. It's not everything that you read on social media you should share. It's high time we should start using our own instinct. When people send you a message and they tell you, please share, share, share. Do you know how true the story is? You don't know how true it is. You just create fear, you just create panic in people's life. And now this is a press release, information about the raid, not from the police. The attention of the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State, CP Zubairu Musa, has been drawn to the news making the rounds on the social media to the effect that the command will carry out a general raid on Thursday, February 15 and Friday, February 15, 2019. The writer went further to warn people not to keep late night on their formation days due to the so-called raid. In view of the development, the command wishes to unequivocally state that the information did not emanate from it and should be regarded as untrue. The CP assures Lagosians of adequate security before, during, and after the elections. He enjoins all residents to come out en masse without fear of intimidation and exercise. So I want you to know that there's nothing like that. Lagosians are therefore advised. The CP assures Lagosians of adequate security before, during, and after the election. He enjoins all residents to come out en masse without fear of intimidation and exercise with their franchise, as their command, in collaboration with sister agencies, has deployed 30,000 personnel for the general elections commencing on Saturday, 16/2/2019. Lagosians are therefore advised to discontinue the information and go about their lawful business. This is signed by CSP Chike Oti, Police Public Relations Officer, Lagos State. So you rumor mongers, you people that will just sit down and just compose something to just, I don't know what you're trying to drive out. Please, there is nothing as such. And again, I want you to know again, from tomorrow 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. there is no movement, no vehicular movement at all. They are not asking you not to, no movement as in no vehicular movement. If you want to go and vote, please go out and vote. They are not saying no movement, you shouldn't go out and vote. That's not the kind of no movement they are talking about. That is the second story now. That's not the kind of movement they're talking about. The kind of movement they're talking about is from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow, go out and vote. No any vehicular movement. That is it. If you're caught, you are on your own, because you won't say you were not aware. You can say you were not aware. Even the market women are aware. The market women that we see as the illiterate, I'm telling you, they are aware. So I want you to know that. And again, yes, the final story again. All right, now let me say this: that CJN, former CJN Onohe, finally bows to pressure. Arrives CCT for trial. Justice Walter Onohe, the suspended Chief Justice of Nigeria, has arrived at the Code of Conduct Tribunal (CCT) for his trial. Channels TV reports that the battle CJN had failed to show up at the CCT, but now he also again, Chairman Danladi Umar on Wednesday, February 13th, ordered Onoye's arrest over his refusal to honor his invitation. Umar issued a warrant to the Inspector General of the Police (IGP) to arrest Onoye and bring him to the tribunal on felony on Friday, February 15th. He also directed the directors of the Department of State Service (DSS) to join in arresting the suspended CJN. One of his lawyers had, however, told Channels Television that he was not arrested, but decided to make himself available to the court. So get it, he wasn't arrested, but he decided to make himself available to the court. Onoye is facing trial over alleged failure to declare some of his assets to the Code of Conduct. Meanwhile, so again, the final story now for this morning is, let's go that choice short because time is not a friend of mine this morning. Now 12 matches in all competitions, 10 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, 28 goals scored, 9 goals conceded. Yet Jose Mourinho's loyalists blast Ole Gunnar Solskjaer after just 1 defeat at Man United. That is life for you. Whatever you do, I just want to use this opportunity to talk to someone out there. Whatever you do in life, don't expect everyone to appreciate you. Some people will appreciate you, while some people will not appreciate you. Don't always look at the negative side of life. Face the positive side. And remember, whatever you want to do in life, it starts with a step. Tessy say so. Alright, yes, I'll be back after this break with my guest consent. welcome back. It's still Pitch Talk, and I'm your host, Teresa Adeyemi. Alright, thanks for joining me today. And this morning on set, I'm telling you, we're going to be doing something entirely new that we've never done before. We're doing it in Pitch Talk. Yes, I have the Stroke Prevention and Care Initiative with me in the house this morning, and they'll be driving us through a lot of things we need to know about stroke, how it can be taken care of. Because I asked the question that can stroke be cured? And they told me it can be cured, but there is care, not cure. There's a way you have to care for stroke. So in case you don't know, you want to know anything about stroke, you want to know how it can be cured, you got to know how it can be cared for, and again you have someone that is experiencing that illness. It's a very bad one though, and you want to know how to reach them and stuff like that. You just stick you to your TV set this morning, just pull a push it, sit back and relax and watch us say it's the way it is. You know, Pitch Talk is we say it's the way it is. That is what we do on Pitch Talk. Alright, good morning, Otunga.
Yeah, good morning, viewers.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
So before we go into the care and everything that we're going to be talking about, stroke actually, how can you define stroke in your own words? I don't want the dictionary words, the big grammar words. Okay, I just want you to say it the way it is. How can you define stroke?
I can define stroke as an ailment that destroy somebody and restructure somebody. Yes, when it affects somebody, it completely restructure that person. You know, it demoralizes that person. That is why we do launch the campaign that we should fight against it, so that it doesn't escalate as it has been before. That's the purpose of coming here.
Okay. Okay. In your own words, sir, how do you see stroke? How can you define stroke, sir?
Yes, stroke is a kind of ailment that paralyzes both sides of the body. Yes.
All right, sir. So now, is there a cure for stroke? Can stroke actually be cured?
Me, I don't believe that stroke can be cured, and to my own belief, it can only be controlled, it can only be taken care of, not completely cured. No, they say grammatically that prevention is cheaper than cure, so it doesn't have any medicine that can cure stroke or whatever. What we do is to take care of that person, so that the person will be able to know that when there's life, there is hope. That is just it.
Okay, sir.
There's no permanent cure for stroke. But if the person is being taken care of, if God should answer that person, should answer his or her prayer, then it will come back to normal. But after the normalcy, it still do happen again, reoccur. So what we do tell people is to prevent the reoccurrence and to take care of them. But the most important thing is for somebody to prevent it, so that it doesn't affect him or her. That's just it.
Okay. All right, sir. Can you tell us some of the reasons? I don't know what actually causes stroke in the body, in the system.
It's in different ways. It occurs in different ways. Yes. I could say through
high blood pressure.
Yes.
It's part of it.
Yes. Then what we take at times.
What we take?
Yes. What we do it. Yes.
Okay.
Then spiritually.
Spiritually again.
Yes, it occurs.
But before stroke could strike, there are some symptoms that one have been experiencing. Such as constant headache in the side of the head.
Like migraine?
It's not even migraine. Migraine do happen at the front of the head like this. But the stroke headache will be at the one side of the head like this. Then one part of the body, there will be something they call numbness in it. Then heaviness in one part of the body, both head and leg. There will be heaviness in it. The aching. Then you understand, the BP, when the BP continue to rise all the time, it will eventually lead to that. Yes. But what we just do advise people on is for them to prevent it, rather for it to happen, then be running up and down and say they are looking for cure. There's no cure for this ailment, but to be prevented. is advisable.
Okay.
So but people just prefer to have falling a victim rather than rather than preventing it. They'll be running it.
Definitely, we have to go into the prevention.
Okay.
But I want to know, at what age can stroke really affect someone?
It doesn't have a specific age. It was in the early days. It was only elderly people that it affected. But nowadays things have changed. You know, we have seen many children of 7 years, 8 years, 9 years that are affected. Of course, yes. You know, we do go to different hospitals, all these different general hospitals. We do go there. We've seen many that we have even never seen in our life. So somebody, children of 7 years, 8 years, 9 years. Of course. So it doesn't have a specific age. So, but I won't get to that preventive measure. Then we talk about the prevention.
So there's no specific age for stroke.
No, there's no specific age. No, you know, people do say when somebody do things, you know, when you involve yourself in deep thinking or whatever. But what I do argue with is that what about those children? Do they think? They don't have anything to think about it, of course. And why does it affect them? So that is the God's is best known to God. So we don't know how it happens. Because I don't know what could have caused children having this type of ailment, because it's used to be all our elderly people before, but nowadays it's anybody. So but prevention is better.
All right, sir. So now let's go into the prevention, sir. So let's talk about the prevention, sir. Please, sir, I want you to quickly take us through the right of the prevention. Let's go down that way.
There are several ways one can prevent stroke. Yes. You see, we have preventive measure.
Okay.
There is this special medicine that is being specially prepared for its prevention. That is, if one can be able to take it. Definitely. Nothing of like stroke.
Okay, from your side, sir.
If we can only advise somebody if they call on us.
Okay.
Yes, through our numbers. Okay. Because there are some things we can never display on me. Yes.
Okay.
In order to beat up the time. Yeah. So if they call on us, they will. We lecture them, we tell them what to be done, so that this thing doesn't affect them. And those people that needs to call us are those people that doesn't want to be affected at all. Then those people that have been affected and they are back to their normal health.
So those that have been affected before and that are now back to their normal health.
To prevent the reoccurrence.
Okay. You know, but one of those that are still battling it right now.
Yes, those are. That's what I'm saying. Those people that are on it now, because we are the only body duly registered in Nigeria by federal government for any stroke related issues in the country. In fact, we are now in Ghana also. Yes, stroke related initiative Ghana. So we are duly registered there in Ghana also. But here in Nigeria, there is no any other body that is registered apart from stroke prevention and care initiative, which I happen to be the president. So anything that is related to stroke issue in Nigeria, we use this opportunity to tell those people that are weighing us now that they should be calling on us, so that we be able to take the necessary step. So even though if you have somebody that is has fallen a victim now, and the person is in any hospital, you just call us. The person is not being properly taken care of in the hospital. Just call us. We go to that hospital. We do go visit all those people that are already falling victims. So we do go to all these general hospitals. We go there. We'll ask with the doctors there what are the problems of these people. When they tell us, then we come to their aid. So by rendering some assistance, because when you get to the hospital, somebody will be saying that he doesn't have any problem with that, or he's having some problems. You let that person go to the hospital. When you go to all these general hospitals, go to stroke sessions, you will see people that are victims there. But yes, be abandoned. So that's why we.
So what you're saying now is you have a special treatment for them.
We have special treatment. When?
Okay.
Yeah, we have. No, this is an initiative.
Okay.
Yes, it comprises of different people. We have medical doctors and misters. We have bad doctors and misters. We have physiotherapists and misters. We have counselors and misters. So our concern is for somebody that is falling a victim to have hope, so that he's not discouraged about this thing, about his health or whatever. So we do encourage them, don't lose hope. As we attend to you, you will be back on your feet. That's what we're after. Okay. But our concern is for it not to affect everybody. So if you are having those symptoms that we just made mention of, just don't hesitate to call us. All those numbers that are seen on your screen, just call any. You will be totally educated about this ailment.
So coming to me then, going down to me myself. So you said now that the people that should contact you people is people that are affected, people that have been affected, that are cured, yes, so they won't go back to it.
Yes.
And people for prevention.
For prevention. That okay, you don't want to get affected with the ailment.
With the ailment.
Or get across to us.
But how will someone know that? How will, I don't want to use myself as an example, but how will one know that that the person is going to be affected? How? Is it every time we have headache, then that means it's
no.
One side headache.
Stroke, as I've said earlier on, stroke headache is quite different from one other headache.
Okay.
Yes, the stroke headache will be one side of the head and to be constant.
And it's not migraine?
No, it's not migraine.
You know, migraine is said to be one side of the head?
No. If it persists, when you're having the headache and you visit hospitals,
okay,
severally, it will go, and within a short time of this, it will come back again. That is automatically symptoms. So you don't have to.
So that type of headache, if you even use if you take any drugs, it's not going to relieve you.
No, it will only relieve.
Okay.
But after some time, it will come back again.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And the BP has to be taken care of properly. If you know your BP do go up all the time, when you go to the hospital, they give you medicine, then it come down. Again, it rise up again. It's telling you that thing is knocking at your door. So quickly call the numbers on your screen for more explanation.
Okay, sir. If I may ask you, how long have you been in this? For how long?
Now it's been a while. We've been in this business for almost 20 years. But
20 years?
Yes, but we got registered something 3 years ago.
Okay.
As an initiative.
Okay. So if I should ask you now that the journey so far, what would
it has been rough. Rough and tough. Exactly.
Wow. I was expecting you to say smooth and
because there's no money. All we've been doing, we've been using our money.
Okay, it's free. The treatment is
it's not free. It's not free, but it's almost free, partially free.
Okay.
Yes. So imagine.
Partially free.
Yes. Imagine somebody.
I love that.
Imagine somebody that is being a victim, that is has fallen down as a victim of stroke now. Then you imagine them what they might have spent. Yes, so we tell you that he has sold all his properties on this thing. But when we come to that person, we do all those treatments. I mean, almost free, I would say, almost free. But what we are doing, as we were financially okay, and we have done everything, we wouldn't have even demanded for anything from anybody. Okay. So that is our
initiative. Is it NGO?
It's an NGO.
Okay.
It's an NGO.
Okay.
But we're still looking for donors, those people that will support us financially, moral and all these things. But what we're especially doing is through our own self-effort.
Self-effort.
Yeah.
Okay. But why are you people doing it? If you're using your own money, there should be a motive behind it, or there should be, how will I say, there should be a reason.
There's no. Me especially.
Or do you have an experience? Have you been a victim?
I've never been a victim. I just decided to say, let me do it. You know, what I was doing before was to treat those people that are affected. But what I then noticed was that inability to pay the bill or whatever. So I then decided, okay, let's register this thing as an NGO. So let's tell it to them. So when we say, okay, we imagine somebody that has fallen a victim, they demand for almost 1,800,000 from that person. And when we get to him, bring 150,000 naira. Then we do everything for you, you'll be okay. So we will present all these things. We share what crushes to those people that are affected. When you get to somebody,
when you give them out for free.
Yeah, for free. So when imagine somebody that's having the ailment, living in a room where there's no light. All this, so we do buy generator for them, do buy everything, all the necessities that we know that could, be of and help to them, they will do render it. And one is just for them to be back on their feet so that they don't lose hope that there's because there is nothing that kills the affected people other than discouragement. They get discouraged because after it was affected, they will be abandoned totally. The family will abandon them, friends will abandon them, everybody will abandon them. They will be lonely. So then they will be thinking, they will think there's no any life again. That is what contribute to their constant death. So but for us, we do go to them, we tell them if there is life, there is hope, what do you need? We render it to them so that they will talk to them, counsel them. That's what we do.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Before I ask you a question on a final note, I would like to let the people out there, I want you to know this. If you have someone that is battling that sickness, it's a sickness, right? Stroke, or you have someone that has once battled it before and you don't want the person to go back into it, or you want to prevent it, you can just call the numbers on the screen. They said they've been in the business for 20 years, but professionally 3 years. Or what did you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Officially, let me say officially 3 years. Okay, so that's it. So what do you have to say to people out there before we
what we have to say is take care of yourself. Always visit doctors. Whatever you experience in your body, don't hesitate, as we've explained now. You that is having that problem, you would have known in your body that I'm having this type of problem. Just call the numbers. You're free to talk to us any time of the day. Call any of the numbers, then we talk to you. We enlighten you on what to do. We educate you on this stroke issue. But if you have anybody that is having the problem, whether the person is in the hospital or the person is at home, you have spent and you are tired of spending unnecessarily, just call any of the numbers, then we come to your assistance.
All right, now something just clicked now. What about people accident victim that leads to stroke? People that have accidents that leads to stroke.
I mean, that means the stroke should have been in their body before they had the
accident.
Yes.
Okay.
That's to my own belief, and to my own, the best of my own knowledge.
Okay.
But any form of stroke, you just call on us.
Okay.
We are duly registered in Nigeria by the federal government of
Nigeria. Oh, yeah. That's a good one. All right, sir. So, what do you have to tell people out there before we wrap up?
Yeah, what I will only advise people at home. Make sure you go to the
hospital.
You check your hospitals, or you check your BP, because it's one of the that leads to stroke. So it's always better you take care of yourself and monitor your BP level.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming, sir. All right, and I know that definitely you'll start getting your calls now. All right, we'll be back after this break. Go nowhere. welcome back. That is it. I told you on Pitch Talk, we'll say it's the way it is. Remember, go out and vote tomorrow. Vote and stop sitting down at home and start complaining that this one will come, this one will win, this one will not win. Your vote counts. Just one vote can change a lot. I tell you, just a vote can change a lot. Don't go there with violence, please. And the issue that they say they are raiding, there's nothing like that. I think I've corrected that. Yes, I'm your host, Teresa Adeyemi. Join me same time next week again. Remember to follow me on social media, Tessy. Everywhere you go, just type Tessy, YouTube, Tessy, this, Tessy. I'm telling you, I'm going to be there. You're going to get me there. Alright, so I come your way again. Be good to yourself and remember, don't sell your vote. A vote, just one vote. It counts and it can change a lot. Bye-bye.